Hello, today I'm about to frog another finished object and reuse the yarn, or in order to reuse the yarn for something else. And I've talked about doing this, or me having done this in the podcast episodes before. So now that I got myself set up here in my son's room, I thought, why not? Why not film it for you guys? There's nothing unique or unusual about the way I do it, but in case you were wondering, this is my method. So today I'm frogging a huge poncho. I'm gonna show it to you properly in a minute, but it's a poncho that I knit 6, 7, 8 years ago. No, probably like six years ago. And I wore it after I finished it for a bit, but then for the past 2, 3 years I haven't really worn it at all. Maybe once when I felt like I needed to wear it because I hadn't been wearing it. But now that I still have that dream of that big, loose, comfy cardigan out of heavyweight yarn, I thought, well, this is worsted weight. This is Cascade 220. So nothing too special, but a good workhorse yarn, just what I need for that cardigan. So I thought I would put the yarn to better use, since this is just sitting in my closet and I need worsted weight yarn. And this one has quite a bit. Yeah, so there's nothing against the pattern. I really like the pattern. I think it's a beautiful poncho. It's just that I have no use for it. So its time has passed and it's time for the yarn to move on as well. Like I said, I'm in my son's room, so excuse the teddy bears and the occasional item out of place. But this is the poncho. It's really long, and I think it's too long for me. Actually, I'm not that tall, so the length is a bit impractical. But I think it's eyelets, but not the usual way. I'll put it here what the pattern was and link to it in case you like the look of this. It was a really pleasant knitting experience. And I really love the fringe on it, but this is going to be a pain now that I'm about to frog it. We'll see how I do. So this is the setup I have. I got 2 chairs, sturdy kid-sized chairs here. They could be a bit further apart from each other actually, and I'm just gonna take the yarn as it comes from the poncho and just pass it around the backs of the chairs. Okay, so since this has this lovely fringe that's attached to the bind-off edge all around, I'm just going to snip it and just discard all of this instead of trying to remove each and every one of these fringes. It's not difficult, just time consuming. So I'm not going to do that. Just going to snip it from here and unravel it from there on. So I've now cut off the fringe, and I got a raw edge here that is obviously filled with lots of tiny yarn ends, so I'm gonna need to vacuum here after I'm done. But I'm just gonna find the end of this one and start unwinding. Okay, so I've got the first skein of spaghetti looking yarn ready. Gonna continue on with the rest of the poncho. I've got all the yarn wound up now. 4 skeins is what I got out of it. And then there's this much left over, so that's pretty much the 5th skein, because I remember using 5. And there's still a bit of a mess on the floor. But clearly it's not a good idea to use them as they are, so now I'm gonna go and soak them. Skeins soaking and the water, which is the bit of the unicorn fabric rinse. Gonna leave them in there for 20 minutes. Right, so now they've been in there for 20 minutes or so, and now it's time to hang them to dry. Hanging just in my shower. One of the skeins has some runaway threads. I really don't know what happened there. But yeah, now I just need to add a little weight to the ends so that they don't curl up again once they dry. But the weight can't be too heavy so that the wool doesn't lose its elasticity. So let's see what it can find this time. So here are my glamorous hangers. 2 of the skeins have a hanger that's weighed down by a towel, and it will get a bit heavier once the towel gets wet from what's dripping down there. And the other 2 are just weighed down by a half empty or half full cleaning detergent bottle. Usually pretty good with keeping my skeins neat like these 2, but that one, there's just so many odd things going on that I can't really even weigh down, but hopefully it won't be too bad. And once they dry up somewhat, I'll just remove the hanging bits. So that's really it. That's how I do it. Just frog them unglamorously and not very ergonomically across 2 tear bags, soak them, hang them to dry with bits of weight. But thanks so much for watching, and I hope you found this useful or at least entertaining. See you soon.